everyone! Today I'm going to share with you some of my bad experiences. Actually, I have picked 6 heavy experiences, worst experiences that I can't forget here in Japan. 6 bad experiences for 6 years here in Japan. Yay! I'm finally here for 6 years. I thank God that I have survived those years and I am still surviving. I just want to give you a disclaimer that these stories that I'm going to tell you are just based on my personal experiences, and that just because you haven't experienced the same doesn't mean that these stories of mine are not true. And just because I have experienced these bad experiences doesn't mean that all of them are already bad people. No. It's just like the other people also in the world. So there are some bad people, there are rude, there are good people, like that. It just happened maybe because maybe they had their bad days, or maybe the timing was not good. We don't know also the reasons or the factors why such bad things happen. But yeah, that's just a disclaimer that I am not generalizing all of the Japanese people, and that these stories that I'm going to tell you are just really my personal experiences. So let's begin. Under elevator. The bad experience happened there. But the story was, if you happen to see my A Day in the Life in Japan vlogs, I usually bring my baby outside in the park to play. Yeah, that's one of the good things here in Japan. Their parks are for free for the kids to play. And I think it's been 2 hours that we played outside, and it's almost lunchtime that I really have to bring him back home, because once he gets hungry, the more he will be fussy. So I tend to bring him back home, but I felt like he wasn't enough yet, so he was crying a lot when I tried to bring him back home. And you know, those age, I think my baby was still 1 year and a half that time. They have a lot of tantrums and mood swings and the like. And I know it's a public place, so I really tried my best to make him calm down, but those were not effective. So I was left with no choice. I don't know if other parents are doing this, but if there are times that I can't make him calm down, I tend to just leave him alone, because at those times he will just calm down by himself, and then later on he'll just come to me and everything's okay. And then there's this one old lady waiting on the elevator. She was saying, "Urusai na," like that. Urusai na is a Japanese word, meaning too noisy. So I just ignored her. But then she was saying the word again, "Urusai na," like that. So I couldn't stop myself. I don't want you to copy what I did, but maybe at that situation I was already feeling so stressed with my baby's tantrums, and then there's this one lady is trying to add more oil on my fire, something like that. So when she said "urusai na," I talked back. I don't usually talk back, but that time maybe I was already on my highest point of anger or something. So I talked back and I said, "Shoganai desho." Yeah, shoganai is we can't do anything about it. That's the real meaning of it. And then she was still watching me, and she's saying again, "Urusai na." So what I did was I told her, "Kusobaba," like that. Kusobaba is a strong word which means or old lady, something like that. But I really advise you to not say that, because after that thing happened, I kind of regretted that one, and I really have learned a lesson that if possible, if I can still extend my patience, it's better to really extend that one. Yeah, because it might bring you into trouble. But what happened next when I said that? She kept quiet. She just entered on the elevator and she escaped. Stopped my job. This is actually one of my worst experiences not just bad but really worst, because this involves the people I considered as my family already, the people I am already attached with. um on my first years here in Japan, I was lucky enough to have a job. I've worked there for almost 2 years, but then I got pregnant. When the day came that I will quit the job, it was already my last day. um I was expecting that they will say happy goodbyes like that, because that's what I have known in the Philippines. If someone gets pregnant, we are so happy for that person and gives her a happy goodbye like that, to have safe pregnancy and all. But when my last day came, some of the staffs are still talking to me. They are saying good things. But what makes me feel very, very sad was the owners were ignoring me. We didn't have any conversation on my last day. So when I left there, I felt super down, because why can't they be happy? The takeaway on that is Japanese people are very hardworking. I know that. Even Japanese women get pregnant, they still continue their work. I understand that, but because my work was not just office works, papers and stuff, I have to use body, I have to carry heavy things, I have to do powder things, I have to intake some smoke. I'm really sure that's not good for my baby. So those were the things that I have considered. I prioritized more. That's why I was really left with no choice to quit the job. So it's just so sad that they felt bad that I quit the job. Oh, buriko. It's for Japanese girls trying to be so cute and pretty in front of guys, but when she's in front of a woman, she's very bitchy. Yeah, something like that. That's the meaning of buriko. And I am so lucky enough to have this kind of friend. Yeah, but I don't know, we are not friends now. And what's that? The story is she's a girlfriend of somebody we know. We hang out, we eat out. When we entered the karaoke, she was the one who sang first. La 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 la, like this. Everyone's clapping and she was so happy, smiling like that. But when it was my turn to sing, she stayed quietly, and the boyfriend, maybe she was jealous with the boyfriend's reaction. Not she's jealous of me, okay? I don't like that. Because while I was singing, the boyfriend was something cheering up, like, woo, Jozu, Aira. Jozu means you're very good at singing, something like that. And she was maybe jealous with that. After that boyfriend's reaction, she was no longer talking to me. But if Kenta and the boyfriend are around, she will do an aisowarai, something like a fake smile. She will smile at you, but inside her brain or inside her, she really doesn't like you. I know that. Girls know that so much, because I have also tried that, and it's girls' instinct. So yeah, after we had karaoke, we went to hot spring together. When I was with her in women's, she had no choice but to talk to me, but she was kind of bitchy when she's talking, like just like that. While I was talking, she was like like this, like that. But when we went out, when we finished the hot spring, she was so friendly. Like this, like that, like trying to show everyone that she's very kind. She tried to do her clothes like this, and she was showing her brazier's strap like that, and she was trying to go closer to Kenta and trying to be charai, something like flirty. Kenta-san, like this, like that. So I felt so, but I didn't do anything. I consider that as bad experience, because who wants flirty girls with her man like that? So, but good thing, like Kenta did not bite that one. When Kenta knew that, when Kenta saw she's doing like this, Kenta was aware, and then he came to me and we gossiped about her. It was not good. Yeah, it wasn't good, but was that she's also not doing good. I don't like that. So that's one of my bad experiences. Just bad, not worst. Mikawa Bay Hotel. So this happened just last summer. Kinshin woke up around 2 a.m. I think 2 a.m. that day. But on that day, we have to check out the hotel, and Kenta needs to drive from that place to home. So I wanted him to have proper rest before we go home, because I can't drive. I can't help him with the driving. So since my baby is already up, I brought him in the hot spring. When it's almost time, I tried to let him get out from the hot spring and try to bring him back in the room, wake Kenta up, and go to the breakfast buffet together. When I tried to bring him out, he was crying a lot. Same with the first one when I brought him in the park. Since I already had an experience with the old lady on this first floor of this building, I have did my best to make him calm down. I tried to give him juice. I tried to give him something that can make him calm down, but he really wanted to go to the water and kept swimming in that hot spring. But I really have to bring him back in the hotel room because we also have to check out. I let him sit down and I tried to get some water from the water dispenser. So while I was drinking water, this 50-year-old lady was doing shh. After she did that, the more my baby cried because he got scared. So while he's crying more and more, she told me that you're not supposed to bring babies here because it's Meiwako. Meiwako is something like disturbing. And this is a public place, so you shouldn't bring disturbing kids, something like that. I already have learned my lesson on the elevator scene that I should keep my mouth shut. But since she's the one attacking me this time, she's the one telling me directly. I will understand if you tell me that we are disturbing if I didn't do anything to make my baby stop from crying. But I already did almost everything, and I just went there to get some water, and then you're already telling me some bad things. You're battling with a 2-year-old child? What kind of brain do you have? That's what I told her. If you're telling me that I am disturbing, your way of thinking is more disturbing. That's what I told her with my, I don't know, Japanese. So this guy like that, like something, I did not know. Oh, really? I did not know that you're trying something to make him stop. I thought like this, like that. And then she went back to the hot spring. And bam. I think this, I don't have an opponent on this one. Just me, myself, and I. Myself vs myself, like that. This is actually not a worst experience. Not worst. It's just a bad experience. At the same time, embarrassing. I think I have told this already many times in my vlogs, in my past vlogs, that one of the most embarrassing thing that I have experienced here in Japan is when I went to the toilet of Japan's bank, and I have pressed on the emergency button instead of the flush because I I really don't know where's the flush those days. I think I was just like a week old in Japan. Like it's that. A bad, embarrassing experience, but I have learned a lot from that. If you are a foreigner in Japan, even if you don't know how to speak Japanese, at least be familiarized with the signboards, with especially the toilets one, like what this button means, what this means, like that. Hired as a teacher. I was hired by an employer directly, and then that employer said that he will give me visa, he will sponsor my visa, like that. So I've been there, I went there, and he has told me the rules and the trainings and stuff like that. But what made the experiences bad is what he said on the day when I went there, like while doing the orientation, was not the one that's happening on the real. Like my classroom will be here when I start teaching, like that. But when I started the job, I was assigned in a different place. I need to travel by train twice a day, and oh no, 4 times, because I have to take 2 trains one way, and the money is my own money. And also have told me that I will be guided when I go to a different class, like that. But I wasn't guided at all. I was doing it myself, and yeah, everything was blurry. Thing is, I haven't signed any contract yet. Yeah, I think those are my 6 bad experiences, worst experiences here in Japan. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye!